Hi y'all, it's Jeannie from Bushnell Unscripted. I thought we'd do a little whip and chat today. I've been working on these eyeglass cases that I purchased at Amazon, and I've got two of them done. I've got this first one sealed, and these are great. They're just great little projects, quick and easy off canvas to do, portable if you enjoy that. Each kit comes of course with the little plastic on the top, and they have everything you need in each one. So you could gift these and somebody would have a tray, a pen, and some wax, and the drills they need for each kit. So that's wonderful. I really like that. This first one I've sealed, and for sealing I just had picked up some of this. I love this. It says diamond painting, P-A-I-N-I-N-G, finish, painting. I forgot the T. And then I just think that's funny, my painting finish, because sometimes it is a pain, but I've used this on smaller items like small acrylic pieces and these, and it works really well, I have to say. I think I've used it on I have used it on a small canvas, a little budget friendly, and it stays soft, but it has worked great. It takes the extra stick, it seals. The diamonds are on there. So, and this was just from TEMU. It was just, I wanted to give it a try. It doesn't have any weird odor. I liked the applicator. You just squeeze it out the middle, and that sponge helps smush it around. So I liked that. Works for me. Y'all, look at my nails. Can we talk about the sparkle for a minute? So I paint my nails. I don't go to a salon. I have. It's not like I've never been to a salon. I just don't really enjoy it. I've had some bad experiences at salons in that I've seen people do very questionable things hygienically at a salon, so it doesn't make me feel great. And I think the prices are really high. I just, that's my opinion. Anybody else, y'all can like it, love it, it's wonderful. I'm not going to take that from you. Don't take it that way. I'm talking about me. So anyway, I paint my nails, but I do a lot. I'm a creator. I'm constantly working with wood and painting and doing things with my hands, and me painting my nails lasts about a day. Now, I have never done the gel types of things because I don't want to damage my nails or anything like that, and I don't really want something that lasts forever that I've got to take extra time. It's got to be quick for me. So unfortunately, I have lived with I'll paint it and I'll know tomorrow it's probably not going to look great. Plus, in addition to that, I rarely can paint them and then really sit still uninterrupted long enough that they will cure. So they end up, as soon as I paint them, they got a smudge or whatever. So I'm just not that girl. But I saw these on Amazon and I was like, I'm going to try those. Let's just see how bad they are. When I was little, I used to buy little Lee press-on nails. I don't know if they still have those. But at the time, they used to just come with this little circle dot you'd put on, and it wasn't very good adhesive, and I used to leave in my wake little plastic nails everywhere. And they back then they didn't look that great. I don't know if they're around today. I'm not trying to disparage them, but back then they were comical on me as a little girl, but I liked them because I thought that was really cute. My father didn't, because he didn't like finding acrylic nails randomly. But anyway, these had really good reviews online, and they are so easy to do, and they're so nice. Like, I think they're so pretty. I don't know. What do y'all think? I love them. They have different types. But I thought these were very festive. And I think they look real. I don't like really long nails. I have to be able to do things. I could never have nails out to here. I would feel, first of all, I'd stab myself to death. I'm not that graceful. So that's not going to happen. But these are not that long. And they look like my real nails, but I like them. Oh, I think they're so pretty. They are so simple. They have these little tabs that come on, and you put the tab towards your nail bed, and the adhesive is already pre-coated inside, and you just pull off the little piece of plastic, and then you just hold it on there, and it says the longer you hold it on there, the better. So that's what I did last night. So far so good. They didn't come off in my sleep, which I'm very impressed. I thought they were great. There's a link if you're interested. So I think they're so pretty. Anywho, that's my fanciness for the day. I needed a little bit of sparkle, so that's what I did. So let me get the plastic off of this one, and I'll get my drills baggied up, and we'll get to it. So just get you something to drink, eat, snack on, or grab something you work on, and let's just have a little chat. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to use my new tool I got. This is I got this on Amazon. It's just a little funnel, and it holds bags, and it is wonderful. I'm amazed at what products are available for diamond painting. So, benefit of a kit like this is it goes very quick to get everything. And I know some of y'all are like, I just work from those little baggies. Again, I am a mess maker, and I'm going to do it this way. But you do you. I love you just the same. Let's do a life update, shall we? So October 25th, I had to euthanize my dog Hillary, and the grief I'm experiencing through that is, yes, it's to be expected, and my furry kids are my kids. Don't have human children, and I love my babies, and I had a very special relationship with this dog, and clearly you see me almost knocking stuff over. Anyway, this thing is amazing. Do you see that? This little slit holds the bags. Or if you're going to put something a little bit heavier, you can hold it while you pour. But I love this thing. Anyway, I had to make that decision because a year ago, she was diagnosed with spindle cell carcinoma. She had a very large tumor on her side, and they did not know how deep that could go. There was no promise that they could get clean margins, so I opted not to do surgery, and she lived with that tumor, and everything was great. She had plenty of energy, she played, she ate, there was no slowing her down. It did not stop her life. It was heavy, it got heavy. At first it was soft and supple, then it got hard and heavy. Well, she never, palpitating it, moving it around, she never reacted, she never showed any signs of pain with it, which was wonderful. And she also developed smaller tumors throughout her body that you could feel on her. Well, in March, she had on a different part of her, on a body on her side, she had just some ulcerations of her skin open up, 5 spots, and they never closed. It happens with cancer patients that are human as well as animal. The skin is so damaged and the body's unable to produce a lot of new skin cells. So anytime there's a wound, it may not close. You just have to take care of it and keep it cleaned. And so that was happening, and she needed a daily washout in the bath, and then of course applying cleansers to keep it clean. Hadn't had any complications. Everything was great. Then, so no, I had no thoughts of euthanasia. She was slowing down in that, I mean, she still went out every morning for a run, and she was slower. She was sleeping more in the past few months, but she was still herself. So no thoughts at all. And then in March, not in March, in a week prior to the 25th, she was sitting on the couch and her skin started to ripple like she was having a muscle spasm. That happened throughout the day. Then that night it happened again, and she yelped, and she had a large hole open on her side, and it started pouring out blood. Now, grant you, the other ulcerations were very small, no bigger than that, and they would bleed and ooze, but not like this. It took me a long time to apply pressure and get it to stop bleeding. I did. After that point, she needed pain medication. That spot caused her pain. And it was so large, and it was so scary. And what it did was put such greater fear in me about, I'm going to bring you in, that large tumor, about whether or not that would be opening on her. And that would not be good if it did. If that were to open, it would be a very bad situation. So I started thinking that it was time, even though she was still eating well, she still had all of her mental capacity. And that has been the hardest thing, because my other dogs that I've had, when it was time, they were much older. She was only 10. She should have been closer to 15 years old in order to even be thinking about any type of euthanasia. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I'll move you this way a little bit. So I ended up taking her to the beach. I've always wanted to take her. Never had been able to go. So took her and my 19-year-old cat, her sister, and off to the beach we went. We stayed at a Airbnb that night. It's a 4-hour drive to the beach. And that night she was eating dinner. It had been a week since her side opened up, and then there it was. I mean, she was just standing there eating dinner, and it just started pouring blood again. And it was funny, because I'd been sitting there watching her eat, thinking, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to give her some more time. And then she started pouring blood, and then I was like, well, I guess that's my answer. I guess I'm doing the right thing. And that's been the hardest thing, is, am I doing the right thing? Because as I've said before, I felt like my dogs always told me in the past, it's time. And I wasn't feeling that. And I don't know that I don't know that Hillary would ever communicate that to me, because if there's a dog that's ever loved life, it was this dog. And she was just, I call her my co-pilot. She was always ready for an adventure, always ready to hop out into the car and go somewhere. And I don't know, I've had to weigh so much about, am I doing the right thing for her? And because she was so mentally aware, I knew that for her to even go be at the vet, she couldn't stand going to the vet. She had such anxiety. She had been mistreated once at a vet, and she never forgot it. Oh, I'm sorry. She never forgot it. And anyway, so I had to give her a lot of anxiety medication. I don't know what I just did to even get her okay. And that just about crushed me too. And the moment it came time and they came in to put a catheter in her leg, the vet tech didn't seem to know what she was doing, and Hillary had been laying there so calm and almost restful. I mean, she was still upset, but the girl just kept taking forever, and it was making me regret everything, and I was trying to calm Hillary, and at the same time I just was so bothered by what was happening, and you can't say anything. It was not what I wanted for her. But at least I got to be there, as I promised all of my animals. I'll be there until the very end. And, told her she had to go on a journey, an adventure, that I didn't get to go on this time. Oh, sorry about that. I needed a break. So I brought her home in a cremation box, so that Hillary could be viewed by Winnie, my little cat. She has now had to say goodbye to 4 of her dog siblings, and she's always been very close to them. And that helps, because now she didn't have to, she didn't have to search for her and wonder where she's at. So Hillary was here the night before, and she was cremated the next morning. I took her in and was able to be present while she was cremated. I had done that with my other 3 dogs, and I highly recommend that. A lot of people think that would be the hardest part, but for me, it's just fulfilling a promise. And that's not the hardest part for me. I promised that I'm going to be there for them to the very end, and that's fulfilling that. The hardest part is coming home, and they're not here, and the patterns change. you know, at 7:30 when she's coming to me for her dinner, I'm still looking for her. And you don't hear all the noises that you normally hear. Your schedule changes. That's the hardest part for me. So I'm trying to get a new pattern now, and I'm not doing well at it. So it's been difficult. And I know so many of you understand, and you've been there yourself many times, and it is so hard. And I just can only hope she knows how much I loved her. And every day I keep saying, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? And I regret how the last few minutes were stressful for her. I just had no control over it. So it has been hard. And I'm sending all my love and comfort out to anyone else who's going through this right now. Please know you're not alone, and if you need an ear, I'll be happy to listen. Sometimes we just need to tell somebody about the void, about the pain, and if you do, you're welcome to vent it here. Sometimes we don't have that in our life. So, my life has changed, and Winnie's doing well. She's clearly in a grief stage. She looks for her every day, and by that I mean she gets on her chair, which is right in front of the couch, and Hillary always laid on the couch, and so Winnie gets in there and she turns around just like she would if Hillary were there. So she does look for her, but not in the same way as if she didn't know where she was, that she was gone. But thankfully she's doing well. Her health is good, and that's a relief to me. And that week that after she had the tumor open up and I was in a complete state of turmoil of what do I do, I had developed a rash. Very painful rash, a very itchy rash, and I went to the doctor, which I lamented doing because I was like, that's time away from Hillary and my time's so special, I don't want to go. But I had to go because I tried everything, I couldn't get it to resolve. Turns out I had shingles because I have had chickenpox, and it was reactivated due to my stress, is what they believe. So that is not enjoyable. And I'm 49 years old, so no, I haven't had a vaccine against it. It hasn't been time to get a vaccine. And then on top of the shingles, I got a secondary rash. I don't do things on a small level. So it was horrible. And y'all, have you gotten your vaccine? If you're old enough, please go get it. Run this week. If you're thinking, oh, I don't need that, I'm here to tell you, shingles is extremely painful. Not only is it like having poison ivy and chickenpox together at the same time, with 10 times the agony, it is, you have a nerve component. It makes you feel like your nerves in that area, like you have electricity surging through your body. I can't even explain it. It just feels... Don't go through it. Go get the vaccine. You have to have 2 shots. I haven't had it yet, but I will when I'm eligible, because I mean I'm eligible now, but you're going to want to get it. You get 1 vaccine, and then you have to wait a period of time, and you get a second part. It's a 2-parter shot, okay? I'm not playing with y'all. Go get this vaccine. It is torture. You do not want this hot mess. You get these pus-filled, I won't say boils, they're not boils, blisters like you get with poison ivy, but worse. Do not put yourself through this. Please learn from my example. And it will crop up when you least expect it. I don't know what I just, making sure I did the right number. And stress can bring it back on. So fly thee to get vaccinated, okay? Just don't play with it. It's not worth it. So that's my PSA for the day. I do hope you go get vaccinated. Oh my gosh, I never thought I was going to get shingles, but here we are. And I'm happy to say I am all clear. All my rashes are cleaned up and done, so it feels 100% better to not have a rash. Whew. So yeah, I hope y'all will get the vaccine. And for those of you who don't need one, bless you. Enjoy life not needing that. But for those of us who have had chickenpox, don't play with this. Don't. So yeah, that's my biggest life update right now. Is I'm just trying to find a new normal, and I'm sad. I miss my girl. I miss her every day, and there's times where I catch myself almost calling for her. So I'm not in a new routine. It takes what it takes, and I'm not going to rush myself, and I'm going to let myself feel my emotions, and I'm going to be sad, and her life is worth mourning. Her life is worth taking time for. People have already asked me, are you going to get another dog? I do not intend to do so. Of course, I did not intend to have her. She was a rescue that needed somebody, and I was that somebody. But no, and that's for 2 reasons. One, vet care today, quality vet care is a struggle, and I have had a large struggle with it, and I don't want to do it anymore. I just don't enjoy it, and that's a talk for another day. But, and 2, I do not enjoy the idea of being attacked when I'm out on a walk with my dog. Hillary has been attacked before, And she's was the most easy, affable dog, and it gave her severe anxiety after she was attacked by another dog, and it was horrible, and we had to work through that, and that took over a year before she could be okay and feel confident, and it was daily work. It was really, really hard. So many people now let their dogs off a leash, and they don't know how to control them. They won't go run after them if something happens. It's very scary. After she was attacked, there were multiple times when loose dogs rushed at her, and it was absolutely frightening. And I don't want to be put in that position again. Quite frankly, I don't. I think that is becoming an epidemic of people not knowing what to do with their animals and thinking, oh, well, it's fine if something happens. No, it's not fine. And nobody should have to fear their time at the park because of what you do or want to do. I'm not here for you to enjoy yourself while I walk around in fear. So people just don't care anymore, and I just don't want to do it. It's very frightening to me, and if you've ever been in that position, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, I hope you never do. It is really frightening, and it's life-altering. So I don't intend to do that. I don't have a problem with the thought of doing a foster situation, or perhaps doing a situation where here the animal control has a program where you can go and pick up dogs for the weekend. They call them staycations. You can take them for an outing, or you can take them for the weekend. It helps the animals reduce their stress and makes them more adoptable. And that is appealing to me, but I am not ready for that at all. And I don't know that I want to do it while Winnie is the age she is. I don't ever want to bring something into the home that can make her sick. You know, she's well, but she's still fragile. She's my little old lady, and I don't want to do anything that's going to upset her. So right now, it's no. There will be no great changes or anything like that. I just can't do it. And that's it. I'm just focused on honoring Hillary's memory. I did a little memorial in my yard. She loved to sit in this place in the yard that has monkey grass, and so I built it up because it never grows monkey grass there because she sat there all the time. I built it up and I put 4 little paws that are solar lights, and I had a little husky metal. It's made out of metal, and it's got an outline of a husky head, and it's got her name. So it's a little reminder of her spot, and it makes me smile when I go past it. So I'm just trying to do things that make me feel good and that honor her. And I plan on putting together a little video for her. I just haven't been ready to do it. It's been too emotional for me. So that is where I'm at, and it's a pretty big change in my life. And I'm not a person that just loses an animal and goes and gets another one. And if that's you, that's no judgment to you. That's not at all. It's me. I'm literally talking about myself, and that's not what I do. So that's not what I'll be doing. But I'm just a couple of weeks out from the loss of her, and it's very raw. So I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all who have sent me sweet notes and been very loving. Thank you. I appreciate that more than you know. I appreciate the camaraderie and the kindness. And I thank y'all for listening. So as you can see, these little eyeglass cases come together very quickly, and they're enjoyable, and they make sweet little gifts. Whether you're doing them or you want to gift the whole set to somebody to do, I think they're a great idea. And I definitely think they need to be sealed because they're going to be used. You don't want somebody to throw this in their purse and they pull it out and it's got everything in the world sticking to it. So, yeah, find you a sealer you like. The painting. But yeah, I think they're sweet. And they make sweet little gifts. A lot of people have glasses, whether they're sunglasses or anything, and they have a really nice, soft interior. Like, here's my readers. Oh my gosh, even just readers. I have 18,000 pairs of readers laying around, but yet never enough. And everybody can use that. All right, y'all. I thank you so much for sitting with me today. You know, life has got so many curves and twists, and sometimes we see them coming and sometimes we don't. My heart's still heavy, but I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep love and kindness on repeat, and until I see you, goodbye.